Hello and welcome to a new episode of Blumensev Falck Film Talk. I'm your host, Barnaby Falck, and today we'll be talking about Avengers Age of Ultron. Okay, so right off the bat, this film looks beautiful. Like all the other Avengers films, the Captain Americas, the Iron Man, they all look fantastic. The cinematography is great, the direction is great, they're all straightforward, and the sets look gorgeous. The costumes look amazing, they look like they've been updated from the comic books, not only just transferred from the comic books, also updated to look good on screen. I don't think any of these costumes look bad, they all look good. Next, wow. I think one of my main problems with the first Avengers film is that it did not have enough character development. I know that we had all the other films, like the standalone Thor film, the two standalone Iron Man films and all that, to develop the characters, but then in the Avengers itself, they didn't really develop any further emotions. However, in this film, every character, old from the previous films and the new ones, every character gets some scene where that develops them. They all get developed in their own way. I don't think there's a single character that doesn't have some sort of emotional arc. They start in one place and end in the other. Every character does this. They all have an emotional arc. And some of these scenes are genuinely emotional. Not spoiling anything, but some scenes with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are just very powerful and emotional. Next, Ultron. Another problem I had with the original Avengers film is that Loki is not scary. He's a bit pathetic, if anything. He was cool, don't get me wrong, but he was a bit pathetic. Ultron, on the other hand, is terrifying. What makes him so good, what makes him so terrifying, in my opinion, is that he's doing what he's doing. This is not a spoiler. What he's doing is because he himself is scared. He is vulnerable. He knows he's vulnerable and he wants to take action first. And that makes him terrifying because it shows that he will do anything to be on top and to win. As I said, everyone had some sort of emotional arc, but also everyone felt useful. Again, a problem I had with the original Avengers film. Not everyone felt entirely useful. Not everyone felt they had a role. Like Hawkeye, for example, in the original Avengers, he just felt like he was there for support. In this film, he has a major role and he does a lot to advance the story and help the Avengers out of their problems. Every character has a role. No matter how small it may seem, it really fits back in with the main plot of the film. Everyone has a main role. Anything else? Again, with all these Avengers films, they all obviously are leading to, it's not really a spoiler at this point, they're all leading to a confrontation with Thanos. And this film really helped to set up the seeds of what may be to come. I don't think it's much of a spoiler at this point that they're going to be following the Civil War storyline from the comics, and you can sort of tell that the seeds are being planted in this film, but they're very subtle. So like, maybe they're heading to that point. So much good in this film. Unfortunately, there are a few things that did annoy me. So the three things that annoyed me in this film aren't really big problems with the film, they're just little nitpicks. First of all, Vision, he was kind of a letdown. I was so excited to see Vision in this film, and in the end he just turned out to be a letdown. I said that every one of the Avengers plays a really big part in this film, and he does, but his role feels kind of the most lacking, the character I was most excited to see. Secondly, Ultron, who's built up to be so powerful, I feel like he was kind of taken out a little too easily. Like, they set up that the Avengers were kind of doomed, and they just sort of waltzed out of the situation. I know that maybe the point was to make him seem a bit pathetic and overconfident, but it felt like a bit of a cheat, you know? And all these Avengers films, at the end of the film, they have some sort of like amazing teaser that sort of makes you excited for the next film, right? So you sort of get like, oh, pumped up, oh my god, what's going to happen in the next film? Not really the case for this teaser. This teaser felt kind of lacking and lame. I wasn't really like enthralled. Maybe it's because they've revealed too much about the story and it just didn't feel like a leap forward like the other teasers had been before. And it didn't feel like it set anything up. I could be entirely wrong and it could pay off massively, but it just felt a bit lacking. So in the end, I would give this film an 80 out of 100. This was a fun film. It has emotional hits. It's a fun film, as I said, but it also has emotional hits. Like, with the characters, you actually are invested in these characters. As I said, fun. It definitely did not feel like it was over 2 hours. It went by really fast. Solid film. At the moment, it would probably be in my top 10 so far of the year, but we shall see what else will come out. Yes, 80 out of 100. A very good film. A must-see if you are a Marvel or Avengers fan or anything like that. Go watch this film. And even if you're not, I went to see this with people who hadn't seen the other Avengers films, and they still enjoyed it thoroughly. Don't forget to like and subscribe for new videos. See you soon!